Spoken Word 24. O fool, why depend on self, having begun in the Spirit? Galatians chapter 3, verse 3 to 4. Are you so foolish? After beginning with the Spirit, are you now trying to attain your goal by human effort? Have you suffered so much for nothing? If it really was for nothing. Galatians chapter 3, verse 3 to 14, the NIV. Realizing my passion for teaching, I long to pursue my master's and doctorate degrees to become a lecturer in a tertiary institution. But once again, I have to decide whether to continue to work full-time as a pharmacist or pursue a master's degree. Moreover, the money I intended to use for my master's education that year was locked up somewhere, and all effort to get it was proving futile. In the heat of things, and after several considerations and calculations, I decided to postpone my master's education to the next year. That's from 2015 to 2016. Just the next morning, as I took my Bible to have my morning devotion, without even opening it, within my heart the Lord spoke to me saying, "Are you so foolish? After beginning with the Spirit, are you now trying to attain your goal by human effort? Have you suffered so much for nothing? If it's really for nothing." These words immediately accompanying the verse, "Hope, I have taken care of you all these years. Do you now want to use your own logic to continue?" I've read these verses before and knew it was in Galatians chapter 3. But it changed my previous decision significantly. They were originally written by the Apostle Paul to reprove the Galatians to come back to the life in the Spirit rather than the works of the law. The Galatians trusted God's grace for their salvation, but subsequently counted on the works of the law as the basis for their salvation. The message to me that day was clear, very clear. I realized my wrong and sought to still pursue my master's education that very year 2015. I look back and I'm glad I did. The period during my master's education offered me a new level of growth in my spiritual, academic, and relational life. I would have missed many growth encounters if I had stayed back. After this personal experience, I urge anyone to continue in the Spirit. I believe you attain your present height through the Lord's help, so this is not the time to depend on yourself or on the flesh. Still count on Him for your future effort and progress. It has repeatedly been a sad sight to realize that many who adopted the attitude of humility and dependence on God in their earlier years suddenly began to depend on themselves for the future. Many people got stagnated subsequently because they could not trust God with their future. Please remember how you began. It was by the Spirit. Then still continue in the Spirit, counting and trusting in the Lord for His help and grace. Continue to go before the throne of grace to obtain mercy and grace to help in time of every need you have. Hebrews 4:16. For reflection, what specific height can you look back and say you have attained by God's help? In what areas have you started to depend on your own calculation rather than God's? What will you do to get back on track? Amen and thank you.